morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We had a good move on the US markets yesterday. Dow in fact managed to touch about 18,000 levels for the first time. However, Nasdaq was down about 0.3% and the S&P has notched the 51st record close for the year. So overall year has been pretty good for the US market so far. And the GDP data that came out for the third quarter, it came in at about 5%, which is the best GDP growth that the US has seen in the past 11 years. And today US markets will shut early because of Christmas, and European markets too were up anywhere from 0.31% to almost about 1.5%. And today when we look at the Asian markets, Nikkei is up almost about 1.2%. As it was shut yesterday, so it's catching up with the rest of the markets. And SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open up flat, and most of the other Asian markets are flat to marginally positive. In terms of flows, we continue to see negative flows by the FIs for past few trading sessions, and even in the yesterday's trading session we had a negative flows by the FIs to the tune of almost about 430 odd crore. However, the domestic institutions had put in more than 550 crore, and in the F&O there was a huge buying by the FIs to the tune of almost about 1730 odd crore. So today being an expiry day, the entire focus would be where the Nifty closes, the Bank Nifty closes, which has done so very well for this month. But overall there are indications that in the last about couple of hours we might see some bit of selling pressure to have some kind of an adjustment for the options which have been written by the professional traders. So there could be a bit of a negative take. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O views and ideas that we can have from the F&O desk.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. The Indian benchmark indices failed to continue its positive rally for the fourth straight day. As we've seen that yesterday Nifty started the session on flattish to positive note, but very soon Nifty slipped into a negative territory. Backed by many of the blue chip counters were trading with negative bias, which pushed the index to hit a fresh intraday low at around 8256 odd levels. And Nifty finally ended the session at around 8271 levels with a loss of minus 0.75%. In this period, we have seen that marginal short positions were built up by market players as open interest increased by 2.17% from 2 crore 90 lakhs to 2 crore 96 lakhs. Around 6.32 lakh shares were added in Nifty futures, and Nifty futures price decreased by approximately 60 to 65 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carries also decreased by 10.17% from 22.36 to 22.09%. Also, Nifty futures premium decreased from 10 points to 5 odd levels. On the options front, PCR is decreased by 3.88% from 1.03 to 1.99, which is clearly indicating that put option has seen less build-up than call option. In yesterday's trade, put option has shedded its shares in open interest, whereas call option has added around 18 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was up by 7.67%. It was increased from 14.21% to 15.30%. In the options activity, we have seen that 8,300 call option has added good number of shares in open interest in yesterday's trade, and 8,400 call option has seen some reduction in open interest. As we have seen that when market was falling down, then people have shifted their positions from 8,400 call option to 8,300 call option. In the put option also, we have seen that 8,300 put option has seen some kind of reduction in open interest, and then people have shifted their positions to 8,200 put option, which has seen approximately 5% additions in open interest. There are three securities in ban period today. One is HDL, second is Indiabull Real Estate, and third is Unity. And yesterday FIs were net buyers of 2,300 odd crores in future and option segment. Mainly we have seen a huge build-up in index futures by approximately 1,418 crores. Then they were net buyers of 1,180 crore in index options. They were net sellers of 136 crore in stock futures, and they were net sellers of 99.08 crore in stock options. Our 5-day CWAP stands at 8275. Lower range for the market would be 8250 and high range would be 8350. Singapore Nifty currently January future is down by minus 0.50 and which is at 8341 levels. Being an expiry, we may see a huge intraday whipsaws in today's trade, and we may see a margin flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action, starting with trading ideas. First of all, a long call on IOC, as the company has said that it will be investing about 6,800 crore on capacity expansion and improving the fuel quality at its Gujarat refinery unit. So one can go long on IOC with the stop loss of 330 and a target of about 342 to about 345. Nirlon, GIC Real Estate, which is an affiliate of GIC, and Singapore's Sovereign Wealth Fund announces agreement to acquire about 39.2% stake in Nirlon, and the company is likely to make an open offer to acquire additional stake of about 28.4% at an offer price of 222. So watch out for some positive tick on Nirlon, so one can go long there with the stop loss of 189 and a target of about 205 to about 215. Ultratech, since the JP Associates board has okayed the sale of 2 cement units of in Madhya Pradesh for an enterprise value of about 5,400 crore to Ultratech, so one can go long there as the valuations for Ultratech appears to be quite attractive. So one can go long with stop loss of 2510 and a target of about 2580 to about 2610. And in other news updates, multi-layer deal involving UK-based GlaxoSmithKline acquiring the Swiss major's vaccine business, wherein Novartis would purchase GSK's cancer drugs portfolio. That is definitely a bit of a positive for Novartis here. Bharti Infratel is looking to increase the FI limit to 49% from the current 24%, and Manappuram Finance has received its board's approval to acquire 70% stake in Ashirwad Microfinance Limited. Godrej Industries seeks shareholders note to form a trading company in Malaysia, as per sources. And Yes Bank said that it has raised about $200 million of unsecured loan from Asian Development Bank for lending to small farm households and rural women's self-help groups called SHG. And NTPC is the only bidder for Tamil Nadu's Ultra Mega Power Plant. Clarif Life Sciences say that US-based Francis Kabi has filed a suit against the company to block commercialization of its ANDA for propofol. And the Treehouse Education Board has okayed the allotment of 45.45 lakh shares at about 440 rupees per share. And S&P has cut the outlook on the Alstom to negative from stable. And IPCA some negative read-through as the company's Silvassa facility has got the US FDA's 483 letter, and ordinance for coal and insurance is likely to come through today. There's a cabinet meet scheduled at 10 o'clock, so watch out for some action on that, which could have repercussions for some of the insurance companies like Reliance Capital, Max and ICICI Bank. Cipla Metro South Africa has won a 2 billion rand order to supply the drug for the next 3 years to the government's anti-AIDS program. And Fulford India subsidiary has transferred its consumer care business to Bayer Pharma, and the Union Cabinet is expected to consider the liberalization of FDI policy on the medical devices sector, so one can watch out for action in some of the stocks in this particular space. Reliance Jio Infocom has received security clearance to start 4G technology in 6 circles, and Economic Offences Wing of Mumbai has set the ball rolling for auctioning of Jignesh Shah's entire 46% stake in financial technology. Here are the stocks with positive and negative bias. Stocks with positive bias are UBL, Bharti Airtel and Mahindra Mahindra. Stocks with negative bias are Hindalco, Reliance Infra and Voltas. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session. See you day after tomorrow.